are live on the YouTube, on the Twitter, on the internet. Good morning, everybody. This is the morning show. Spencer Israel, JC Parets, Steve Strazza. We got Rick running the charts today. It's Crypto Friday. We'll have Louis Sykes stop by in about 10 minutes or so. We'll have Alfonso. It's been way too long since Alfonso has graced us with his presence. So we'll have Mr. DePablos on the show at around 9:15 later on today. Much to discuss. I want to talk about some of these headlines we got after hours yesterday. Block, Paramount, Warner, Netflix. That's finally almost over. Hopefully. Sheesh, it goes on forever. Anyway, that's what we got today. Good morning, chat. Here we go. Let's bring everyone out. Drop us a like, and we'll start the show. Only after you like the stream are we going to start. I'll wait until everyone likes it, and then we'll start. And we'll just sit here quietly until that happens. All right, fine.
Oh, today is a special day, guys. Today is a special day. Do you know why today is such a special day, Mr. Strazza?
We get long-term candles.
Woo-wee! Let's go, baby. Woo! Underrated. Underrated. The kids want to talk about, you know, the block and the block and chain. So many blocks.
Nobody talks about that anymore.
Nobody wants to talk about monthly candlesticks. They're too slow, JC. I want to know what happened this afternoon, JC.
Is that why February is your favorite month? Because it's the shortest month, so you get the monthlies faster? Is that it?
Somebody's thinking.
Okay.
Somebody's thinking.
Got it.
Guys, I've said this a million times. This is the hack. Right? People talk about, oh, there's no hack in the market. Like you got to, you know, there isn't any cheat code. There is actually. This is it. Because we know that asset prices trend. We know. So if we know that asset prices trend and the prices are not random, maybe we should spend some time looking for trends. And these long-term charts not only help us do that, not only do they help us identify those primary trends, they really give us no choice, Mr. Strazza. They really give us no choice.
I'm okay with it.
Have you heard that you can't see the forest for the trees?
I've heard that you could see long-term trends on daily charts.
You cannot see the wood for the trees. It's an old English proverb from the 1500s. When they meant wood, get your head out of the gutter. They were talking about the forest.
Yeah, shout out crude oil. What a stick. Yesterday was a great stick, too. And that base and heating oil, wow. Look out. We talked about this. There's a major catch-up trade in energy futures, right, to get in line with energy stocks. I think you're about to see it in a big, big way.
I mean, I cheated a little bit, Strauss. I'm not going to lie. I peeked a little bit this morning. Couldn't help myself.
Yeah, you can. It doesn't matter.
It matters to me. All right. It matters to me. I peeked a little bit. Here's one that stood out. Throw up slide 2 there, Strauss. This is for you, buddy. This is for you. Nice big stick right up their asses. Give it to them.
Yeah. Shout out, Trip. Thanks for paying for our Top Golf last night. We had a great time.
Are you hungover?
Went out with Trip and Todd. No, not even. 2 whiskeys, you know.
No big deal. Just a couple of whiskeys on a Thursday.
Talking
no
market.
Big deal. Can you throw up the goddamn slide 2?
JC, would this be a dipstick up their asses? Because it's oil.
Can we put it up, please? I don't understand why we can't get the chart up.
Oh, what happened to Rick? I thought Rick was here. Sorry.
Rick, are you okay?
Rick, are you okay? Yeah, here's the chart.
Rick, are you okay? There he is.
There it is.
Boom.
Come on.
I've
been waiting for this since my mid-20s.
How high for crude oil, JC?
Too high. Too high.
Too high?
Yeah, too high. I don't know. Crude oil $250 a barrel.
I don't think that's crazy. I know you're trying to get a reaction from me.
Am I?
But I don't think that's crazy.
You don't think it's crazy to suggest that crude oil could go to 250?
I didn't think your big gold target was crazy either.
Well,
These are giant bases. These are really, really big bases.
Well, that was just kind of common sense. People were like, well, JC, why 5,000 for gold? And I was like, well, we got to get to 5,000 before we get to 10,000. Right? That was my thought process there.
Nice
crude oil,
big
why
round number.
250?
Yeah, sure.
I don't really have an answer. More like, why not? I mean,
how about the price
be a big
action?
problem for this world if crude oil is at 250 now.
So what everybody wants to hear about today is the price action in Nvidia yesterday. I mean, that was really something. And it
Tell me why. What was so something about it?
Well, it's happening again here today. And it just goes back to the same thing we've been seeing and saying since October of last year, which is they don't want these guys anymore. And a big part of it could simply be that if everybody already owns something and it's the same story from 2 or 3 years ago, who is the incremental buyer? If there's nobody left to buy the best stocks, they cease to be the best stocks anymore.
You know, it's just so funny because these people own these names so much that the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line hit an all-time high yesterday. The S&P 500 advanced decline line hit an all-time high yesterday. Equally weighted technology, large cap, equally weighted technology on pace for the highest weekly close ever. Okay. Despite all of that, you got more bears than bulls for 2 weeks in a row among individual investors. You got the National Association of Active Investment Managers. Like they are just dumping stocks. The most since last spring, actually, the most bearish that active investment managers have been since last spring, despite all of the winning going on. To your point, Strazza, is because all these knuckleheads are loaded up in these other things, the ones that are not working, like the only things that are not working, right?
I also think that you saw a big downside momentum day in the entire like tech hardware trade yesterday. And I think now would be a great time to take your profits and things that we've been riding, like Micron and SanDisk, and get out of those. The memory stuff, I think that's over. Valuations are crazy. Charts have gone absolutely vertical. And at the same time, we keep seeing this strange bifurcation, and maybe it's flipping because did you see software stocks yesterday? Hey, now, maybe they finally like it. Maybe they think it's overdone here. Salesforce was a great report. Got a nice pop, down 4% now here today because everything's down.
Wait, Steve, to your point about there's no one left to buy these stocks. Yeah. How can there be no one left to buy these stocks when there's like $8 trillion of cash on the sidelines?
Who's cash?
Yeah, first of all, that $8 trillion is a historically low amount of cash.
Whose cash is that? What is the stat
that's retail and institutions and money market.
That's money market funds.
Yeah, so what is that as a percentage of overall market cap? It's really not that much. It's actually historically low.
$8 trillion is not that much. It sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah, but your denominator fallacy is blinding you, Spencer.
All right.
Can you see now?
I can see now. Yeah, okay.
You can see now. So relative to the $70 trillion in stock market, it's really not that much. It's actually, I'm surprised it's actually so low. Only $8 trillion.
In other news, they like the treasuries again. That's interesting. Probably not a good thing for precious metals. Fighting for the same funds there. And high yield, while it's holding up okay, credit spreads are at their lowest level of the year. So some things to keep an eye on.
All right, should we do a state of the markets?
Let's do a state of the markets.
Yeah, let's do a little state of the markets. Let's state some markets.
All right, we got the Dow down 575 points. Spencer Israel. Is that a lot?
not at 50K anymore.
All right. So it's the same thing. You see, same thing,
Yeah.
right? So
I get it.
yeah,
I
you
get it.
see 585 points is 1% to the downside, which is actually less of a move than the market is currently implying. The S&P 500 down less than 1% right now, 68.53. 30-year bond futures, Nasdaq 100 also down 1%, by the way, down 270. 30-year bond futures up 0.25%, 118 and change. Crude oil making moves today, 3.4% to the upside, 67.50 for crude oil. Copper up 1.5% at 610. Gold up 0.75%, 52.31. Silver up 5.5%, back above 90, 92.33 for the silver with the VIX. VIX up 3 points today, 21.5 for the VIX. And that brings us over to funny money land, where Bitcoin is down 1,500, 66,000 for BTC. You got Ethereum 1950 down 3.5%. Solana down almost 4%, 82.5, and that brings the total crypto market cap, Mr. Spencer Israel, to 2.25 trillion. 2.25 trillion. How do we feel about this morning's futures?
I don't know if I feel anything. I mean, crude up 3.5% is probably the most notable thing, right?
Throw up slide 2, please. Throw up the old slide 2. This one, I know we got Louis coming in the house. We'll talk about crypto with Louis.
Yeah.
Big week for sure. Yeah, Brook Trout angler over there. SLV is over, says Steve Strazza. I know. I didn't think it was over. To Strazza's point.
I'll come to Steve's defense.
No, I'll defend him. To Strazza's credit, he's not
I was
short
right
silver.
about everything I said about this.
No,
we have some very stubborn people here.
Can I please defend Strazza? Strazza's point, he's not shorting silver. He just owns different rocks.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah. It's not an area that I'm interested in at all. You can have your 40% drawdowns in 3 days.
I'm into it. I like the metals.
Go for it.
No, I did actually.
No, I like that for you. I think that's great.
I know. So here we are. These are the returns going back to September the 29th of 2025. That is when technology peaked. That is when Mag 7s peaked. That is when your boy Ron DeSantis, he's a Florida man too, right? Strazza, like you Florida man, you guys stick together. This particular Florida man was on the Twitter talking about how it was only 7 stocks. And since that day, it's practically been every stock in the world going up except for those 7. Big shout out to Ron DeSantis. Are you sure his name is Ron?
You do realize, though, because I've heard this so many times now, politicians talk about the stock market every week.
Not really.
Every week. You could have a headline like that you could point back to when there's some sort of turning point.
I pointed to it that morning, actually.
No,
that day I was talking about it.
But they talk about stocks all the time.
Nope.
They talk about the market and the economy all the time. What do you mean no?
They talk about it when it suits them. So really when it's up, right?
Yeah, they don't talk about it all that often, actually. So
you follow politics now?
Nope. I don't.
They talk about all the time.
Your president
hearings always
problem.
comes up.
I don't give a shit about your president.
And here's the other thing. Speaking of not giving a shit about your president, Donald Trump can't stop crude oil from going up. There's more buyers and sellers. There's nothing the president can do to keep crude oil prices from rising.
Donald Trump cannot do anything about you sounding more and more like him.
Well, he could decide not to bomb Iran. That would probably keep prices from going.
What is your obsession with Iran? Do you have
what is Iran?
Spencer's coming out here talking about Iran.
I'm just saying a war in the Middle East would make crude oil prices go higher, right?
I don't know.
Most likely.
I have no idea. Why would it make crude oil prices go higher?
Because they would be bombing refineries and supply would go down, prices would go
there's
up.
Turmoil in the Middle East. I remember being a little kid being like, peace in the Middle East, like how long ago?
I feel like every day in my childhood growing up, we would watch the news during dinner, and it was oil $4 a gallon, gas $4 a gallon. And it was like that was the dominant story besides like the war in Iraq. That was like the dominant story of like my formative years, right? Oil at $4, and every day it was what's oil, what's oil, what's oil, because people were pissed. It was expensive. It's not now.
I guess.
So.
Shout out Iran. How did they do in the Winter Olympics?
Great.
Did they?
No.
No.
Wait.
They don't do sports.
I don't think they do sports.
No, they only wars.
We have Louis in the house for Crypto Friday, so can we bring him out and
All
talk?
right, I'm gonna hop. Adios, guys.
Wait, don't leave.
Weekend.
Don't leave before Louis. Oh,
Happy Friday.
before Louis. Why do you do that?
Got my fingers on the pulse, avocado and toast, leather seats, jet plane, always ready to go.
Hey,
Hey
Louis.
guys, how's it going?
Lou
How
Dog.
you doing, buddy?
It's lovely to be joining you every Friday here at 3 in the morning in New Zealand.
Very good. Very good.
Is the weather starting to turn for you a little, Louis? Louis, is it getting a little colder?
I mean, the weather's nice here. It's
Okay.
still really nice and warm. You guys actually experience seasons over there.
Oh, you don't
over
have
here,
that.
Not
we
me.
don't really have that.
Summer all the time, dog.
Nice.
I know.
Must be nice.
I know, it's great.
All right. Well, Louis, at your behest, I finally went and did it, and I bought the Canton last week.
Oh shit.
So
Sell it all. No.
damn
I'm
it.
joking.
Sell it all now. All right.
damn
I just got filled. All right, cool. What's on your mind? By the way, shout out to Louis. If you missed Crypto After Dark last night, Louis kind of poured cold water on the AI is destroying the world idea and talked about how he's actually using it to trade, which was interesting. So if you are like me and you haven't really used AI for more than like Google searches, then check out what Louis was doing, because I want you to just give us a recap and kind of tell us what you're doing over there.
I think that, well, just with this whole AI thing, nobody knows what the impact of this is going to be. It's impossible to forecast and to model what the impact of this technology is going to be right now. And so as humans, we have this negativity bias, right? Where we tend to overweight the negatives and we overweight the risks, but then we underweight the positives and we underweight the opportunity. And I think that's what's happening right now, where it's this new technology that everybody's really uncertain about. They see these scary headlines, they're selling these stocks, and I think it's really overblown. And I think it all comes back to our own cognitive bias as human beings. And so instead of just getting caught up in all this doom and gloom, there's been plenty of that this week. I've just been trying to figure out what the opportunity is here. And I know that in my own process, I'm using it a lot, and I'm trying to get it to develop me an automatic trader. I've never touched a line of code, right? I'm a dummy when it comes to this sort of stuff, right? But then, as I say, it meets you where you are. The new coding language is English. And so just play with the toys and just get yourself familiarized with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that negativity sells, right? It's because we all have that natural bias, whether we like it or not, right? Doom and gloom. A makes you sound smart, right? To be bearish, and it appeals to our natural innate biases. So,
Well, it's the easiest way to grow a following is scaring the shit out of people. And the people who are the best at scaring the shit out of the world know that. And it's very intentional.
yeah, certainly.
There's a big monetary incentive there in our industry to scare the fuck out of people. We don't do that. I don't do that. But a lot of people do that. And it's been a successful strategy for decades.
Life is about balance. If you are perma doom and gloom, that ain't gonna work. But if you're like also perma bull, that Mr. Happy Go Lucky, that ain't gonna work either. You know what I mean? Like it's not all good or all bad. It's good and bad all the time, right? So that's kind of how I think about things. Anyway, Louis, what charts do we have? We have a Bitcoin software chart. Let's talk about this. Slide 10, please.
A little pop and flop for the cryptos. What else is new?
A nice little pop here. I mean, this correlation's been established for a long time, and I think just looking at the action in Circle and Coinbase,
Dude, Circle.
I think that's all really positive stuff for crypto. And if you see these short-term coils beginning to resolve higher for crypto, that's going to look great. Interestingly, what really caught my mind was the Mara earnings. Mara having a really nice little pop, and these guys have had they were stubborn because let me tell you, these Bitcoin miners are no longer Bitcoin miners. They're artificial intelligence stocks now because they're taking their computing power and they're taking that to artificial intelligence. Mara was the one stubborn one in the group that was refusing to make that pivot, but now they've just thrown in the towel. They had a big operational crunch. They were talking through on their latest earnings where they were throwing more resources at their Bitcoin mining, but they mined less Bitcoin this quarter than they did in all the ones before because Bitcoin mining is still as competitive as ever. Maybe not in the public equity space, but there's still all these random Bitcoin miners all over the place, and it's really hard and competitive to mine Bitcoin. So they threw all these resources at it, but they were mining less Bitcoin, and they just said, you know what, we don't want to do this anymore. We've seen all of our competitors pivot to artificial intelligence, and they've done so well. Pull up the chart of Mara. These guys, I think, are going to get re-rated aggressively because they are now making a meaningful stride to do what is working in this space. It's been lagging forever, and now they're finally adopting the playbook of the winners in this industry.
You know, I asked you guys all on our call last week to please try and talk me out of buying Miracles. And I'm glad that nobody did.
I mean, this recent development, I think, from Mara is really significant.
You know, more and more of these little coils, Louis, are resolving higher. And I guess the short-term leaders, right, in crypto equities, Circle, Coinbase, now Mara, you know, CleanSpark trying to do it. And then you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana with that same pattern, right? It's almost like the equities are calling the resolution for the spot markets. Do you see what I'm saying there? Would you agree?
Absolutely. I tend to agree with you.
It's the same exact situation, actually, that we've been talking about in energy. Energy stocks are going berserk. And you got to look at a chart of crude oil that's still in its range. And you look at XLE and all the other energy indexes busting out of this multi-year range. You got to look at crude right now and say, well, it's got to do the same thing, right? That's how I feel about the cryptos on a much shorter time frame.
Yeah, exactly. It's just intermarket analysis. It's that classic tape reading that I know you love to do and I know you're so good at in the crypto space.
So I think it bodes well, right? You know, what you're talking about, this up 12% pre-market from Mara, the move from Coinbase, you know, since last week, Circle, just incredible. I'm sure you'll see some bifurcation, right, between the good crypto stocks and the bad, but I can't help but look at something like Robinhood right now and say, you know, okay, there's a level there.
I know. And it's for the first time in a while we've said that the space has been absolutely decimated.
Yep.
But now I think that's a really constructive area to start looking for these opportunities. And that's precisely what I'm doing. Instead of just being caught up in some random artificial intelligence article written by some random Substack blog, we're over here. And I think now is the time to be looking for these longer term opportunities.
This is the anniversary, actually, next week of when Michael Saylor was in South Beach last year teaching financial advisors.
You were at that. I was like, how do you know that? Because you were there. All right.
Yeah, of course I was there. It blew my mind. Remember, I came on the show the next day and was like, this is fucking look out.
No one else
remembers
that.
You talked to me literally after you got back from that conference and you said, Louis, this is just crazy.
I did. I called Louis. I said, you got to look into this shit because it ain't good. It's not going to go well here. Michael Saylor will not be at Future Proof this year. But yeah, that's been exactly pretty much 12 months next week since that whole, whatever you want to call it, softball.
So Louis, make sense of this for me. You've been on record as saying you think that there's just going to be a massive watch out. There is a ton of worthless crap in the crypto sphere. and either stuff that provides no utility or just should have no value because they have no utility or whatever. So how do you square that with like the fact that now we're talking about Mara, we're talking about things that have been punished, and maybe there's some opportunities in some of the things that you think are valuable, or even some things that might long term still be zeros, but they could, have some nice balances here. So how do you think about that?
Yeah, look, I think just looking in the past few years in crypto, all of these random cryptocurrencies, if you had a really sexy sounding idea, you pitched it to a VC and you just got money and you developed a cryptocurrency, and there was no real need for it, no real market, no real product market fit. You just got money for that. And so a few years on, what we're left with at the tail end of that is all of these cryptocurrencies that are worthless that nobody uses because they sounded really sexy and experimental to a VC deck. And now the VCs have extracted all the value from it. And now we're in a place where we've got all of these cryptocurrencies that nobody uses. And so I think just being really selective moving forward, that is going to be the opportunity, because again, you can't treat crypto like the stock market. If you're buying the S&P 500 and you're trading these stocks, at least you know that there's something real there. But then with crypto, you go down the list and very quickly things start really thinning out. And you're probably only left with maybe about a dozen cryptocurrencies that actually do anything. So if you're focusing on that dozen, you're going to do so much better than everybody else that are just, spraying and praying out.
Well, maybe in the long term, sure. But in the short term, not necessarily. Right? So like, what does it matter? If we enter, a new cycle and risk assets start ripping, Bitcoin goes back to 100,000. It doesn't matter whether there's utility or not, whether there's long-term value there or not. They're all going to go up, right?
They are going to go up, but I would argue that the ones that have got real staying power and have got sustainable moves rather than just shorter-term pops and rallies here and there, those are going to be the ones that have real value capture, because crypto has rewarded people that trade these cryptocurrencies, but it's punished people that have owned them. Apart from literally a handful. That's a really big problem in crypto. We've got an ownership problem in crypto. In the stock market, you are generally benefited if you own these companies because there's value capture and that value accrues, but in crypto we don't have that. That's why everybody trades this stuff. Nobody owns
This is such an important point, Louis, that I think a lot of folks simply don't understand, right? The laser eye crowd, for example. The hodlers. Where's my hodl hat?
That's a really good distinction, Louis, right? You're right. If you own stocks long term, buy and hold, you are generally rewarded if you own the indexes, right? That is not true for crypto, like you said. So
there it is, baby.
I'm still gonna want to trade the junkie stuff if we get a massive rally here. I think I would expect you to do the same, right? Like you can wear more than one hat, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But look, I think there's deeper opportunity in wanting to own this stuff longer term that have got those real value capture mechanisms set up, because these cryptocurrencies, they don't have that. They don't compound these returns. And so, I think there's going to be stronger opportunities, and there's going to be cryptos that outperform that have these mechanisms set up.
Yep. All right.
Anything catching your eye in terms of like short-term leadership off of the lows this month, like in the altcoin space? I'm sure you're running scans and stuff, looking for some mo.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking a lot about this Canton, and I've just had at the closing bell at the Nasdaq yesterday with this Canton Strategic Holdings.
Yeah, I heard about that.
A lot of people are talking about this.
Yep. Louis, I was at happy hour last night, and one of our biggest fans of the morning show, Grace, wanted me to say hello to you. She absolutely loves you. And she was doing your accent. She was like, "Oh, I'm Louis. I like to buy Solana," and it was just cracking me up. So say hi to Grace.
I appreciate you watching, Grace. Shout out to you,
Louis. We're going to see you in Nashville, yeah?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I could go to Tennessee. I could practice my American country accent, my southern twang over there.
Nice. Are you gonna wear some cowboy boots, a little cowboy hat or something?
Hell yeah, man.
Get your
Hell
cowboy
yeah.
on. Good.
I feel like Louis, because he he's tall, he's got long legs. I feel like
Yeah, he could do boots.
He could definitely pull off the cowboy boot.
You could do boots, Louis,
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
He's got the
Man,
hair.
looking forward to it, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it going on, dog.
By the way, if you want to join us in Nashville, we'll be there on the middle of May. I'm gonna put the link up on the screen right now. If I can find it.
Doublet in the chat wants to know, Louis, like JC, are you a buyer of the dick butts?
I'm not a buyer of the dick bots. I've never bought an NFT in my life, and I've no intention of doing so.
So jealous. I wish I could say the same.
But Louis, you said it yourself. You got to play with the toys.
Not those.
Not those.
Not those.
Not those toys. All right. Fair enough. All right, Louis, I know you have a heart out. We'll let you go. Thanks for hopping in. And if you guys want to see what cryptos Louis is buying, I'll put the link up on the screen. I'll put it back up now. Louis, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you. I don't know.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right.
You too, man. There is nobody doing better work in crypto than Louis Sykes. I mean, he goes so deep. He knows the space so well. He's been covering, his life has been covering the crypto industry for about as long as it's been around, right? As long as altcoins and NFTs and all this jazz we talk about on here has been a thing, Louis been on top of it, following it closer than anybody I know. He is my go-to person for crypto. I make a lot of my crypto investments and trades based on the research and that Louis does and the discussions that I have with him on a regular basis. And that has treated me really well. Cycle in and cycle out for, I don't know, since we hired Louis 7 years ago now. So he's my guy, and he should be yours too, to navigate the crazy waves in the crypto space.
Yeah, Louis is the guy that taught me that actually cryptos can have fundamentals. They do have fundamentals, right? And
but he does, you know what I mean? He finds that shit out.
Yeah, and he's the first person that kind of like that I met that approached crypto as like a serious thing and like not like a joke, like when Lambo, like Louis like detests that part of the crypto world. Yeah. He hates those people because this is serious. He takes it very seriously, and I appreciate that because a lot of the laser eyes folks are, maybe they're just
it's a dangerous crowd.
Yeah,
it's a dangerous crowd to hang around.
Okay, wait, can we do a couple headlines? I want to talk about this. Raise your hand if you saw the block headline last night and you actually remembered what the ticker was. It took me about 30 seconds to even pull the chart up because I couldn't remember what the damn ticker. It's XYZ if you care about such things. And so XYZ is up like 20% this morning because Block, aka Square, aka Jack Dorsey's other company, is cutting half
it's his only
of
company
their
now.
Half of their employees, more than 4,000 people are getting laid off. And he put out a statement where he said we could have spread this out. We could have done this over the course of a couple of years, but we thought, nah, we'll just do it all in one shot. So here we are. I can't remember the last time a company with that large of a headcount came out and said we're laying off half of our employees, but that's what this is. So again, I couldn't even remember what the damn ticker was. It's XYZ. It's been dead money for years. Blame AI. That's what they said. So
Jack Dorsey is the chief hippie homeless person of Silicon Valley, and he has been a notoriously bad operator for any company that he has led over the years. And what's really extra ironic about this announcement and him coming out and preaching to the world about how all of these workforces, in the tech industry are too fat and could be slimmed down. What's really funny about that is if you remember back just a few years, a company of his that he ran terribly for as long as it was around, named Twitter, was bought by Elon Musk. And the first thing Elon Musk
The first thing he
went
did.
in, he said, "What the hell are you doing, Jack Dorsey? I don't need 80% of these employees," and laid off more than half of the firm. So
Yep.
maybe he's taking a page out of his acquirer's book here, but it's just that the irony of that situation just kind of makes me giggle in my bones.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, obviously, as a general rule, you know, stocks might go up because of layoffs, but as a general rule, I'm typically not a fan of layoffs just for like society. You know, I don't root for people to lose their jobs. So like that part of this sucks. That being said, there's going to be more of this. There's going to be a lot more of this. We've only really just we've barely started the tech AI layoff cycle, right? This is just the latest big one, but there will be more.
Square has some real problems, as does PayPal. These businesses are going concerns at this point.
Okay, let's slow down with the going concern.
What do you mean slow down? Have you seen the action in PayPal? The only good thing that can happen to PayPal stock is spread fake rumors about a potential buyout. There's nothing here. There's nothing to buy here in either of these names. Just terrible. PayPal, hold on, Spencer. PayPal, off of its highs from the last bull market, 87% drawdown.
I know.
Just recently before this little pop.
Yeah, I'm aware.
XYZ, you got to change the name 8 times so people forget how shitty of a company it is. XYZ, from $283 a share down to under 50, also in an 80+% drawdown.
All I know is I actually use Square. I don't use PayPal. But, oh, that's not true. PayPal owns Venmo, right? So I do use PayPal. Okay.
I use them both. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also this Paramount, Warner Brothers, Netflix, menage a trois. Seems like it's finally coming to a conclusion. Paramount raised their bid. Netflix said you can have them. So $31 per share appears, at least for now, appears to be the price for Warner Brothers Discovery. Warner Brothers, please just end this madness I can't take any more of it. This company's been like passed around more than, I don't know, make some dirty joke at that. But this is Warner Brothers Discovery. This is the company formerly known as Warner Media, formerly a part of AT&T, formerly known as Time Warner, formerly known as AOL Time Warner, formerly known as Time Warner again before that.
So this acquisition's going to go terribly.
It's going to go horribly for both of them.
Netflix just dodged a bullet, okay, and that's why the stock is up 20% in the last three days in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much.
How is this okay that Paramount Skydance has a $10 billion market cap and $80 billion in debt, and that's just like, and it's like, yeah, go buy another giant company. Who's making these decisions? This is Larry Ellison's son.
Yeah.
Who wants to run a media company anyway? Traditional
people do, believe it or not. That's like the thing that people want to run the most, is because it's these power brokers. Yeah. If you have a huge ego, you would love to run a company like Paramount or Warner Brothers. Anyway,
out of the way of this disaster.
Okay. P-Sky buying Warner Brothers, WBD, Netflix just seeing their way out of this one. I love how they, they had a 4-day window, right? Netflix did to match the offer,
and they just took an hour to be like,
yeah. No. On day one, they're like, nah, you know what? Never mind.
It's only they only increased it by like $1 a share, so they must have been losing interest. Maybe they just came to their senses. But Netflix also, since summer of last year, 43% drawdown. This is Netflix. The fundamentals are still very good. Probably buyable here.
Netflix is like one of the ultimate risk on, risk off stocks. I feel like I forget what the stats are, but if your stock falls like 75%, there's like a really good chance it'll never come back. And Netflix has had like 4 or 5 like 70% drawdowns in their history, right? It's just like it gets hammered, it comes back. It gets hammered, it comes back. It's just what it does.
It does happen. Yep.
So like Netflix, what was that 2022 low? Netflix got down to $18. Oh my god. That's what the stock does. It's out of favor, it's in favor, it's out of favor, it's in favor. It's the ultimate comeback stock. So I don't know.
Spencer, do you think you own enough energy stocks at this point?
No, probably not. We're looking to buy more. Looking to buy more energy, looking to get more exposure to Latin America, probably. One of the same, more or less.
I think you could probably wait on the Latin America. I think you got to get a corrective wave here from the international stocks. Maybe it's starting right here these last 2 days. But energy, man, it ripped out of that base. And then it went high and tight. And you would think, oh, a little give back here, a little backing and filling would be just fine. It makes sense. And it was like, 2 weeks in a bull flag, and now bang, resolving higher. All indications would suggest, technically speaking, that another, big rally leg is underway for traditional oil and gas stocks.
Well, the reason I mentioned Latin America is because we have some Latin America charts in the deck from the one and only Alfonso de Pablos.
Hell yeah.
Who I'm told.
Get him on here.
I'm told he's here with us. Is that true, Alfonso?
Get him on.
Yeah, I am told correctly. Alfonso is in the house. He says, I'm here. Excellent. Let's bring him out.
What's up, guys?
Fonz, long time no see. Where are you?
Now in Madrid. My last day in Madrid, man. Tomorrow I'm heading to Budapest.
What? Are you going to see our boy Caleb?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he's there. So
that's
maybe
true. He might not be there.
him.
Wait, what's in Budapest?
Where are you going?
To Budapest. Tomorrow.
What's that? Where's that?
Hungary.
Oh, that's where Caleb was for a long time.
Wait, yeah. Why are you going to Budapest? Just because?
See, I was talking to him this morning. He just left and got to Thailand. So you guys literally just missed each other.
He's in Asia now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to my tailor today. He's gonna get some suits. I hooked him up with Kumar.
Wait, why are we going to Budapest? Just because?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Okay, I don't know. I've asked you.
Yeah, I'm just traveling across Europe, so my next destination will be Budapest, and I'm very excited for that.
I'm jealous. I wish I had gone to Europe after college. That was a mistake. But anyway, all right. Let's not talk about Europe. Let's talk about Latin America. You sent over some charts. We've got.
Slide 16. Let's start with Brazil. I really like emerging markets. I like the emerging market story there. I know that in the short term they may be a little bit extended and crowded, but this trade it's more long term, right? So here we're looking at Brazil ETF, EWC, just breaking out above a 15-year downtrend line. And while I'm not like a trend line guy, this breakout looks decisive to me. So Brazil is a very interesting country. It didn't lead last year, so I think some rotation and some leadership into Brazilian equities, within Latin America countries will make sense. And if you go to the next chart, this is the chart that caught my attention about Brazil. Not only the absolute trend, the absolute breakout, but Brazil reclaiming a major support zone relative to international stocks. The same area that marked the 2016-2022 lows. So I can't think of a better place for Brazilian equities to assume a leadership role than here. I mean, as long as we stay above those shallow former lows, man, I think Brazil has a lot of potential to lead. So I really like this rotation within Latin American countries. And I think Brazil is next. I mean, a lot of materials, energy, exposure, financials, but also they have some growing groups like fintech, speculative techs that they are still growing. So it's
ticker NU is kind of the poster child, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a very diversified basket of stocks within Brazil. And if you go to the next chart, look, JC started the show talking about energy, and man, here you have one of the best bases in energy. If you want energy exposure, international exposure, emerging market exposure, right? So this is Petróleo Brasileiro. PBR, man, it's looking very, very good. This is a monster rounding bottom formation. In fact, JC were asking us yesterday what was our favorite chart pattern. And he mentioned, a big rounding bottom formation, dropping the big word from the all-time highs or from the highs, coming into place at the same level of the breakout level. And I think, PBR, it is a textbook example. So this is a good one. So if we break above 16, man, I think that thing can go.
Well, I was going to ask, do you jump this or do you wait for the break above 16? Well, I mean, we're kind of there now.
You heard it here, folks. Alfonso loves the big Brazilian bottoms.
Yeah, who doesn't?
No. Seriously though, do you jump? This looks like it's at like resistance, right? So do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a confluence of resistance. I mean, what I like about this trade, about this chart, is that you have your risk level very well defined. Either you jump the breakout above the VWAP, or you just wait for more conviction into new highs, into a fresh breakout above that horizontal resistance line. So I think this one is a good one.
Huge yield, still a huge dividend here. Let me check what it is right now.
Oh,
massive.
About that.
One of the best divvies around. What are we at right now? 6.5%. Gotta love it.
I'm seeing 10%. You're seeing what? 16?
You gotta be careful with the international dividends. Sometimes there's translation.
And drop the next chart because big cap and the big boys in Brazil looking good, but also the small cap index, right? Small cap Brazilian equities breaking out, making new multi-year highs. Risk appetite among Brazilian equities. This is a great chart as well. So I think there are interesting opportunities here in Brazil, as long as this level holds. So
I love this. This is a great chart. You run through the components of this index. There's a lot of good stuff under the hood there. We're very interested in these names, adding some of them to.
And Steve, for me, the slide 17, the ratio chart, EWC VEU, I think that's a good chart to tell that story, man. About outperformance. If we remain above those shelf former lows, man, I think Brazil is a good place to be.
Brazil is scooping and it is scoring. I think some of them going through a little corrective wave here, at least in the small caps, just over the past week or two. But I think after that passes, right back to uptrend.
Wait, can you go back to that small cap chart? This is a great example of why you really can't trust the name of a fund. You have to go look at what's in it, because the Brazil MSCI, the iShares MSCI Brazil small cap ETF is 40% mid caps.
It's the same thing, Spencer.
No, it's not.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Small caps and mid caps are literally the same thing. It's ridiculous that we even try to draw a line and separate them at all. That's why we call them SMIDs, smalls and mids. Just think about them as the same thing.
All right.
Well, here's the thing. Do you think there's room for a small cap Brazil ETF and a mid cap Brazil ETF?
Well, that's why I looked it up just now, because I was confused, because I thought there certainly how much small cap demand could there possibly be?
Right.
So
I'm okay with it.
All right, but just goes to show the name of a fund is more or less marketing. Got to look it up. Look what's in it. That's all I'm saying. This is a small and mid cap fund.
A little Pag Seguro. How you doing? That Algo looks great too. The Aura Minerals. Wow.
There's a lot. All right. So we are underexposed in Brazil. We need some more Brazilian exposure. We're looking at the Pabst Blue Ribbon, possibly, and some Brazilian banks, because that's the largest.
ITUB.
Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff.
All right.
What else is your attention?
For this marine shipping stocks, looking really good. I will drop a new chart right now. Slide 20.
Yep.
Look at the ETF, man. Looking good. Look at the boat ETF, BOT.
I don't know this one.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, the global shipping ETF.
BOAT?
Yeah.
Sonic shares.
Show the chart.
Breakout.
Monster base
see.
breakout there above the 2022, 2024 highs.
Wake up.
Nice chart. New all-time highs.
Oh
Beautiful.
yeah.
What is
FRO is a good one too. What's your favorite, Fonz, here?
Next
wow, this
slide.
is diversified as all hell. Oh my goodness.
Show
this
up
is
the next slide. This is my favorite one.
Wow.
The AC.
You have some. These are the best memory gap setups. Yeah, this is my favorite too, Fonz. I'm with you.
Bro,
But
I mean, from Greece, like a 2 billion market cap, right? The upside potential here is huge.
Yep. And these things are just starting to fill these massive memory gaps. You can see it over here on the left-hand side. But if you look at something like FRO or TK, you'll see it on those charts too. I mean, these things had absolute holes blown in them.
Like
back
the
in
same pattern here.
2016.
So a lot of upside potential in this group. So I really like it.
That blasted these charts back when. This one has a memory gap from the financial crisis, but the other ones have memory gaps from like 2015, 16. Was that like Brexit? Well, I'm trying to think what that even could have been. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
16. Wow. This is that boat ETF. That's a new ETF. It's only what 4 or 5 years old. It's got $72 million in it, so it's tiny. I never heard of this one before today.
So it's new and might be gone soon.
I didn't say that.
We've had them in the past. This industry group, ETFs tend to come and go.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Find me another show in the morning that can talk about crypto and then end up talking about global shipping ETFs in one breath. Can't do it.
We'll talk about it all. We can go anywhere. We can do anything.
Right. Alfonso, the people have missed you, so we're glad to have you back. Thank you for
It's the
joining us
people.
today.
Have fun in Budapest. You should reach out to Caleb for like recommendations. You should.
How long are you there for? How long are you there for?
I will be there for 2 months.
2 months? Whew.
Yeah. Really
All right.
fun.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Good for you.
I don't know what the only thing I know that the Belgians are. You're going to Hungary. What am I saying? I don't even know what the cuisine is there.
Do they make gyros there?
What do they eat? I don't even.
Do they make gyros? I think they make the gyros. I'm so into this Mediterranean food lately. I'm on a thing.
That's not.
I'm eating like 4 gyros a week. I just can't get enough of it. You should see the baba ganoush I got in my refrigerator right now. Oh my god, some good ganoush.
Hungary's not on the Mediterranean.
All right. Well, never mind. No gyros.
I will let you know, guys.
It's landlocked.
In 2 weeks, I will let you guys know.
All right.
It's not landlocked. Don't they have beaches there?
I'm looking at the map right now.
I don't believe you.
No.
I'll check. I have a globe.
Okay.
I'll check it out. I'll get back to you guys.
All right.
I think that's fake news from Spencer.
Let's get out of here. Okay. It is Friday. It's 9:25. We got things to do, trades to make. PSA or programming note. Every Friday at 5 o'clock, Larry Thompson goes live. He does his exercise called All Gas, No Breaks. It's a charting exercise. He goes 20 charts, 20 minutes. He's doing that today at 5 right here on the YouTube, on the Twitter. If you like doing end of week charting, you will like Larry's show today at 5. That's all we got. We'll be back on Monday with a special guest host. Grant Hawkridge will be the guest host on Monday's show. We'll be joining Steve and myself and the one and only Todd Sohn. So that's what we got going on. Looking forward to that. Everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy. Go make some money. Maybe get outside. I don't know. Do whatever makes you happy. And we'll see you. All right.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Run it.